Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Just a Mom That Sims. I'm KT, and I'm here today for a brand new adventure. This is a new story called A Twist of Fate. We are starting off with Desmond. He is now talking to his father, Oscar, and he has his best friend, Jai, sitting over here on the side, and they are dressed and ready for the wedding. Now, the wedding will be held at night because the nights in Tomarang are beautiful. They have a wedding venue. Desmond is dressed. He is looking good, as you can see, and he is chatting it up. But his dad is asking him how everything has been going. And Desmond is just telling his dad and his friend that he thinks everything is fine, but he has noticed something that has been just a little bit different with his fiance, Michelle. And Michelle is staying with her grandmother. She's been there for a couple of days leading up to the wedding. She does not want to have bad luck. And so, as is the tradition in Tamarang, because that's where they are located right now, they separated to sleep in separate households before the wedding. But Desmond is telling his father and his best friend that things have been a little bit different because Michelle had gotten sick a few weeks ago. He's letting them know that she was diagnosed with the cow plant flu. It's actually a very rare disease now in the Sim community. Most people do not catch it anymore, but she got really sick and progressively got worse. She ended up having to be hospitalized there in Tomarang, and she just has been a little bit different. Desmond has noticed things a little bit off, and he's telling his dad and Jai that right now, and his dad's just saying like it probably just scared her. He's giving his son a big hug, but he's letting him know like it probably made her feel afraid. You should really just talk to her about your concerns. And so Desmond is acknowledging that she said that she was afraid that she was going to die. Like she thought that she was at death's door. Josh saying she fought her way out, but his dad already told him, like, you just need to ask her, is she still scared? Is this still making her nervous? Because he feels like that would make anybody feel off. But other than that, Desmond is talking about how he's going to make money in the future. And this is him and Michelle's place right here. So I'm just zooming out so you can see. And she actually made him these salads before she left, and he had set it back out so he would have something to eat. He's just enjoying this quality time. Overall, Desmond is feeling really good, really excited. So we're going to pause here and jump over to Michelle. We are back and we are here with Michelle Duran and her grandmother, Frances Duran. They are here and they are supposed to be having a night wedding, but unfortunately, it did start to storm. But the weather is just now cleared up. But it is now 12:47. She is mostly ready. She has spoken to Desmond and they've called everybody. It's a small wedding, and they have decided to move the wedding back until the early morning hours, hoping that the ground dries out. She doesn't want to get her long dress dirty, but her grandmother is just talking to her because she's telling her, "You seem sad. You seem happy, then you seem sad." And her grandmother is absolutely right. There's definitely something bothering this beautiful lady. Her grandmother is saying, just throw away the bad feelings or talk to me about it. Something she just isn't ready to talk about. Her grandmother is talking to her about those negative feelings, and she's just telling her a lesson on love. She feels like her and Desmond are great together, and she's just letting her know that she's actually going to go to the restroom. And while she does, Michelle's gonna come and just sit over here on the couch and think about some things. Now that she's by herself, you can see she's teary eyed. She's got a lip quiver. There's something definitely bothering her. She doesn't know how to tell her grandmother or Desmond. She doesn't want to be a disappointment for anybody. And her grandmother is just asking her, honey, what's wrong? What are you watching? What I saw how you're looking. She's not willing to talk about it. She is going to ask her to just take a photo. And even though she's feeling gloomy, she's finding some time to laugh. She's got some pictures, but let me spin the camera. I want to show you what I'm talking about. It's tropical weather right now, I guess, because see, look, it's raining again. It's just matching her mood. She's feeling more confident, and I'm going to show you this buff ready for life from listening to wise advice. Is Michelle is filled with joy knowing life can turn out great. That's going to keep her feeling good for a longer time than it would have otherwise. And that's because her grandmother has the wise sim trait. So she's saying, I could eat. And her grandmother's going to say, what if I just bake us something? She's going to go ahead and bake the quiche. And she's going to take a nap on her grandmother's bed. Her grandmother also knows something is off because she hasn't said anything about the wedding cake. So she's going to go ahead and make a wedding cake for them. She is hoping that the rain will stop by morning. She's already feeling gloomy, and this weather is just not helping. Her grandmother just wants her to be okay because this is a loving, wise lady. She raised Michelle after they lost her mother, after they lost Michelle's mother, which was Francis's daughter. And so this is truly the daughter of her heart and her only actual living family, even though she has definitely built family within her community. She just wishes that she would unburden herself, but she knows that she cannot force her. So she's going to let her take a nap while she fixes up the cake, and she is going to pray that the rain goes away. We will pause here, and when we come back, we will be at the wedding. We are here at the wedding venue in Tamarang. Desmond standing here with his umbrella up. Not sure why. They are ready and waiting for Michelle to get here. Desmond is just, but he's just kind of chatting away and talking to everybody and keeping them calm. Grandmother Frances set the cake right here for some reason. They are all just waiting. Desmond's kind of hungry, so he's actually snuck a piece of cake. As so much time goes by, Desmond is starting to feel embarrassed. He's sitting here eating a piece of cake he snuck, but he's feeling embarrassed because where is Michelle? Her grandmother, Frances, is just going to ask her best friend, McKenna. This is McKenna Maxwell right here. And she's just asking her, and she just gets behind her so she can kind of be discreet. But have you seen Michelle? She says she hasn't seen her, and she would tell if she had. Her grandmother's going to take her seat. There are more guests coming in. These are just people from around Tamarang. Inside, Desmond has hope because he actually sees Michelle outside. He's missing this part. He can't see her that well. He sees that she's out here, but he can't tell that something's wrong. He just thinks that she's late. Back inside the building, Desmond thinks that it's time to get started. He's letting everybody know, okay, Michelle is here. And she actually did call her grandmother and said that she wasted something on her dress. And her grandmother let Desmond know this. So now what he's going to do is to get everybody started. Jai, his best man, is going to go ahead and walk down the aisle. Everybody thinks he looks so handsome. Desmond is walking down the aisle happy and crying, just happy that they can get married after all of the delays with the rain. As time goes by, Desmond is so sad, but they are all hungry. So they have all decided to try to eat cake. His best friend is going to come over. He's just going to try to be some emotional support. He's going to let Desmond know that he's here for him. And all they have to do is do a nod. They've been friends since childhood. He knows Desmond. Desmond saw Michelle out here. So he's outside just trying to look. And his dad is just hugging him and hugging him. And Desmond's very sad. He's just gonna ask, how could she do this? I thought we were gonna be a family, is what he's saying. And she just left me. Desmond just doesn't know what to do. His dad is just out here telling him, you're not alone. And don't forget, you always have family. And that I love you. And that makes Desmond feel a little bit better. Oscar's gonna ask Mama Frances to come talk. Desmond's trying to enjoy the hot tub. Michelle's grandmother put her swimsuit on too. That's just the kind of person she is. She just got into it. She's just saying that I've had heartbreak and I don't know what's wrong with my granddaughter. And she's let him know that she doesn't know what's wrong with Michelle, but that she could tell that something wasn't right. She asked about it, but none of that matters because it doesn't change his heartbreak. She's telling him that no matter what, we'll always be family. And if you need me, you can always call on me. And Desmond is actually feeling a little more confident. However, this is still the worst day of his life. What he's going to do is go home. Jasmine has gone home, and Michelle is actually at the wedding venue where no one is, eating cake and feeling sad. What's wrong with Michelle? Well, we do not know. She is feeling sad. She does not want to talk to anybody about her problems, and therefore, she's made a really dumb decision. And that decision was to leave the man that she loved stranded at the altar. She has been running around out in the rain. She is wet, and she has no idea where she is going to go. The only thing she can think to do is to clean up and try to figure her life out. She doesn't want to go to her grandmother's house. She's trying to think where she could go. We're here with Desmond, and he is feeling dazed from the relationship splitting. He's checking social media. He's laughing but tired, and he's got distance in his relationship. But Michelle did write this letter, and he's going to put it in his inventory. It didn't make much sense to him, so all he knows to do is to try to clean up and just pretend like everything's normal. But all of her things are gone. He's alone. He's just gonna go to sleep and try to figure out what to do in the morning. It's the next day. Desmond is up. He's just getting himself ready. He's been all over the place. He feels better after having rested, but he's still very, very sad. His mood just shifts. He actually had a buff wanting to talk to McKenna, who was actually Michelle's best friend or is her best friend. He's just trying to find some understanding. Oscar has called and checked on him. Do you want to come just stay with me for a little while and just hang out? It can be like old times. Desmond's like, no. He feels like Michelle is his soulmate. And see, it's like they are the one. He's just telling his dad that he cannot stay here. His dad's eavesdropping. They're standing right here. Oh my gosh. His dad is just telling him to move on. But Desmond's saying, I have to see the world. I have to leave here. I can't stay here. It's too many memories. And his dad has been supportive. I love you, Dad. Just don't worry about me because I am going to see some of the world. I don't have much money, but I'm going to leave. I will contact you as soon as I get settled. With that, he's hugging his dad. We'll see Desmond soon. Desmond decided to travel to San Salvador. He stayed here for about a month where he embarked on a healing adventure. And yes, he got ate by mosquitoes and he healed. He read and he healed. He taught Tamarani culture and he asked to learn about the culture of San Salvadorans. He learned how to do the Roomba. Everything he did was to immerse himself in a new culture, and slowly but surely, he started to heal. He learned about the art. He met people who told him all about everything he could find in the jungle. Desmond viewed the art and found a new appreciation for the things that he saw, but most of all, he found a new appreciation for life. Desmond didn't have a lot of money, but he was embraced by the locals. He learned to make new meals. He ate what everyone in San Salvador ate. As Desmond truly came and learned about the jungle, he slowly got everything he needed to build his courage up because it took courage to heal. It was going to take courage to go into the jungle. Desmond learned about San Salvador and he took the time that he needed. One day, Desmond built his courage up to enter into the jungle. After being immersed for over a month, he felt like this was something he needed to do to face his fears. And in facing his fears, Desmond found a piece of himself. But Desmond did not just find himself, he found an amazing treasure. What could Desmond do with this treasure that he found? Desmond believed that he had an idea. We are in Jai's apartment. This is Desmond's best friend. He's actually sitting here talking to McKenna. He's talking to McKenna. McKenna Mesa is Michelle's best friend. And he's just asking her how she's doing and asking her if she's seen Michelle. Jai has at times had a little crush, just a tiny one. Nothing big. But he's had one on McKenna in the past, but he really wants to see if Michelle's okay because what she did was shocking to him. Listen, I don't know what's going on with her, but we made a promise, and so I probably wouldn't tell anyway. John just got a knock on his door, and it is Michelle. She's just asking them, do either of them know where Desmond is? And John is telling her, like, I wouldn't tell you if I knew. But John's telling her, I don't know where he's at. He said he had to get away. She is so sad. She's just saying, did he leave? He's telling her, look, he went into the jungle. We haven't heard from him since then, but he told us that he would be okay. I'm sure he's actually fine. She's telling him, I had time to think and I just should have told him what was going on. He's absolutely agreeing. He doesn't know what it is, but he knows she should have said it. You just have to give him time and see what happens because John's never seen his friend hurt like this. John's telling McKenna about it, and she's over here playing games because you'll get to know McKenna later. As Josh shows McKenna the pictures that Desmond sent him, he tells him what he knows about treasure and about Desmond finding the treasure and the things he saw. This is where we're going to leave this episode. So I hope you enjoyed the very first episode of A Twist of Fate. We will be doing a little bit of rotational gameplay, but we will be focused on Desmond. Until next time, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye bye.